Hello.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, it sounds like it's working. This is just really to test the stream, because I haven't streamed in a while, friends.
Under attack.
The 0 people who are watching this. I am Magic Time. I'm here to test my stream, but also bring an exciting game today. Random civil war in the ranked pubs of Australia and New Zealand servers, but mostly Sydney. This is 2 teams, 2 legendary teams, stacks, consisting of Radiant, Jimmy Jing on the Faceless Void, going the Lakshman build, Treads, Mask Madness, Maelstrom, BKB that Lakshman popularized and the world has followed. Kenny is on his Viper, going a Dragon Lance with travel, going BKB for the boring item. He has a bottle, so he probably was mid this game. Magnus, Hanju, the collapse, number 2. He has a blink already, going 115, and all as well as Horn Toss, and they've just smoked. Then we have our wonderful supports, Alex, who is getting a shard and Ags, and has the basics, all the basics you need. Perhaps just needs 4 more Folly Hats, of course. And then we have Witch Doctor, who is Stuart. No heal. Clearly doesn't care about his team. Oh, look, they found someone. I haven't finished introduction yet. Patar on his Twin Head Dragon, getting stunned. Getting Ice Path, Dual Breath. Tanked a gank for his team. Now that Jason knows that these people are here, I can't draw for some reason. Okay. Now he is running to his jungle because he sees these 4 and he sees Void on the bottom. The Love Hearts are drawn out. Don't know why. Maybe they really like each other. Then we have Bat Rider. Nam, probably going mid as well, because we have a bottle, Blink, and Travels. We'll put and in terms of gold, he's the second highest after the carry, so presumably he was a mid player. Ziwa with his Blink Dagger going Ags, which, as we know, improves the massed Serpent Ward. Currently level 13, which is one of the higher levels in this game, actually. As presumably through 4 support, and Patar with his with Yule's Twin Head Dragon, only 1 level in Liquid Fire. Against the right click hero might be quite useful, but maybe he was a 5 position, so not as much. And then we have Jason on his Mask of Madness, Manta, Dragon Slave, Dragon Lance, Luna. It's going only 1 level in Eclipse. Not too sure why. Maybe just purely dedicated. I mean, I know I'm missing kills in the middle since I'm pretty new at this commentating thing. Alucard is the last person who got this. I actually don't know who's going Spirit Vessel. A very good item on Clockwork in general. Not a specific hero this game that he's particularly counting. Viper doesn't have that much lifesteal. Void, yes, but your lifesteal isn't as important because you're mainly trying to kill people within his Chronosphere. So if you hit good Chronosphere, it's actually not that useful. And they're pushing bot. There's a 4k advantage of Dire. Advantage probably from the towers, given that 1, 2. Oh, maybe actually no. They lost the same amount of towers, but they're nearly going to get the bottom tower, almost certainly. Team is loading up bot. Not too sure why at this stage. The tower's already gone, but actually Batrider goes in. Did I miss something? I must have missed something. Batrider just went in. Maybe thinking they won't defend something like that. And actually got Kenny, but just chooses to TP out because Clockwork can't really solo a Viper at this stage of the game, especially when the Viper is tank, has damage, and Clockwork Not doing that much damage. So now they're going farming game. Batrider has died, unfortunately, but getting a going into initiation build. So not the team fight build that we're normally used to seeing these days, with the BKB running around trying to do damage. 3 stacks, Flaming Lasso, Firefly, Flame Break. Oppa, he does have a Dragon Scale, which, as we know, also provides an extra tick. So we'll see what he does, because so contrary to belief, actually Hanju misses going in, uses a Flame Break, probably not all that necessary. Going back, Force Staff. Oh, it doesn't have it yet, but it's going in. Eclipse. I guess if they're only using one hero, you probably don't need level. Oh, he actually got level 2 now. And then they just crushed him because the Radiant team doesn't have BKB on the core, so the cores can't load up on the front. So now Kenny's hexed because he has no BKB, which I actually say I think is an important item. People misunderstand me, but that's okay. So Faceless Void is by himself, has his core items now for damage. Does he have Time Walk? Yeah. Doesn't have the Shard, so initiation is slightly difficult. Also doesn't have the level 20 talent, which makes your damage inside this. And one of the strengths about a Shadow Shaman build is that you can just drop down wards. And one of the things that you want to do is to blow up the wave and then attack the heroes to kill the wards, or else the heroes can jump on you, which Radiant team is all fighting. Oh, what a collapse build going on the Clockwork, which is still important. Every 2 at the stage is important since they're 7k down. Of course, the players don't know how much gold disadvantage is in this game, and truthfully, the gold disadvantage will disappear very quick with one good Chronosphere. So, as long as they do enough damage to a couple of the heroes, it's important. And the cores on the Dire team aren't all that tanky anyway, so you can't throw someone at the front to tank the Chronosphere. You can just, so they have to actually get Jimmy directly. They can't just throw someone and then counter initiate as well. So now Jimmy is farming, trying to get his Mjolnir, which is a very good damage outburst, and is really strong against DOT spells because it can proc, the Mjolnir can proc over the DOT. He has the Specialist Array, which is a bit of an interesting item, I guess. Probably would have given the, I don't know, maybe Dragon Scale or something to him, given that he is farming at the moment. Oh, that's a good disrupt. That's a good Flame Break. Gets him, stun, walled up. Oh, that's good. They're getting him. Counter initiation. Kenny has BKB now, so he doesn't have to be as worried about the next part, even though he has 800 gold, so maybe he was just waiting for it to be delivered. Jason routing bottom. One of the disadvantages of playing a hero like Luna, who thrives on mobility, is that you have BKB piercing spells, which you got a BKB for. And I guess in this game, okay, going on to this, Stuart used his Voodoo Switcheroo before, so he's going away. Could actually kill him if he put the Vessel in early. Maybe misplayed a bit. He needs to go home ASAP if he wants to survive this. Anyway. Yeah, so I mean, for also I say about BK being important in this game, for example the Viper and the Void, BKB on Luna this game may be a bit less useful depending on how you play the Luna. If your Luna gets tank, I guess it's very good. If your Luna doesn't get tank and can be bursted down, then the Chrono Sphere onto him will essentially make your BKB useless. The only caveat is that Radiant doesn't have any instant stun, which is quite useful. Jimmy Jing gets Shadow Shaman, the important hero. Probably could have gone for maybe Batrider instead, but that's okay. One kill is a kill. Maybe he could have got one hit as well, perhaps, to prevent the possibility of using a Blink Dagger as well. Yeah, they're going for Roshan now. Luna's not in position. Do they see them? He probably don't. Rocket Flare is available to check out where Roshan is. Guy doesn't have much. Oh, they're going. They see him, but Roshan's nearly dead because of so much damage output and the build up from the poison as well as Jimmy's right click. So not going to get anything for the Dire. Radiant will take the Aegis. Now Nam is going for his BKB next. surveying to see if he can get a free kill somewhere. Luna spent his illusions going forward. So Nam, maybe a bit dangerous actually. Oh, yeah. Because if he got that, he might not actually be able to kill him straight unless they're aiming for an ult with Luna. Now he's dead. It's a bit of an aggressive dive to dive all the way here. With only one Luna as backup. Because if there's other heroes, he could, like Clockwork could come in and try to counter initiate or something like that. But unfortunate. But I guess if he gets a hero that is maybe these four, he would have just got a kill straight up with the Luna ult as well. But Jason's very slowly and steadily getting tank. He has 2 more item slots that he can get. And the question really is, what would he get at this stage? He's probably going to go the typical Satanic Butterfly build and opt to getting the Butterfly first, because it reduces his damage. The Radiant is quite right-click heavy this game, given that I understand that the voice is streamed, but the stream is stuttering. So thank you for my wonderful viewer probably telling me. Unfortunately, I don't have a good computer. If you want good streams, you can donate a graphic card to this direction, and it will be good. Maybe if I zoom in, it will be better. So I think if I zoom out, my computer just can't process it. So now I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so the Radiant's actually quite right-click dominant heroes, but just remember the Mjolnir actually procs evasion as well, and Kenny's items is majority right-click base as well in terms of stack poison, which does a lot of damage. Going in, he's probably going to die. If they need, they can commit a RP, but doesn't need to because he doesn't yet have... Oh! He actually changed from a BKB to a Aether Lens. If he had BKB there, he probably still would have died, but it would have forced out an RP, which would make teamfight a lot harder on the Radiant because you don't have to worry about 2 big game-changing ults. Oh, that's a really timely rocket. Unfortunately, Hanju, he tried to blink and missed at the same time. So now they're pushing bot. They have Ags, Mass Serpent Ward, so it's actually quite a strong push. Radiant has to see what they want to do. Oh, and he gets cancelled. Oh, that's a good cancel on Kenny. Oh, more people getting cancelled. Someone should just commit bot. Yep, Ziwa's committing. All they have to do is just push out. They wasted the BKB on Viper. So all they have to do is just hold the tower at this stage, and then... Oh, wow. Yeah, just throw this on. And now that they know Hanju's out... Oh! That was a good heads up play, but unfortunately Ziwa stepped quicker. So Jimmy, Aegis 1 minute 30. He's almost certainly gonna get hunted by the team, although they're not committing. They have more items. Bit of a miscommunication there. He does have BKB anyway though, so if he really wanted to, he could have just popped BKB, and Dai doesn't have any BKB piercing spells apart from Lasso. And given that BKB outlasts Lasso, which he always used anyway, yeah, he probably wouldn't have died unless the other alternative, he would have died with BKB and then set up himself for a good chrono for his team, given that they have actually also missed the Warlock ult, which is also a team-changing ult. Looking at the item updates, I think when Jason gets his Satanic, which is almost in 1,400 gold, he will be probably a very difficult hero to kill if the team supports him well. Because because he would have a good invasion, good HP, and he can Satanic up, BKB and Satanic up. But just remember the Viper Strike also goes through BKB as well, which is actually quite underrated. I've been further advised that there is a sale on graphic cards. Yes, viewers, if you are supporting this streaming or casting, definitely consider like and subscribe and a donation of a graphic card that's not being used anymore as a temporary loan. Anyway, so Radiant's going down. They have very strong teamfight ults. They have all of them at the moment, and it's actually quite easy to play this style because they can just send a BKB ranged Viper hero who has both ranged items, which is why this game is broken. Has Shard as well, which can just take towers, and then Dire team doesn't really want to deal with it. Fortunately, I say this all the time, but RNG is just so annoying for neutral items. It would have made Viper a lot worse because this actually gives magic resistance as well, which pairs really well with Viper. I think Viper, if he gets a Bloodthorn after this, or a tank item, I think Dire will start to go. I think the game will quickly swing back to Dire, because at this stage they can protect Jimmy by putting him at the back and let Viper get towers and stuff, and then they have enough teamfight ults just to counter anything. While Dire really actually excels more in split push and ganking, so they have to make strategical decisions based on what the Radiant does, while the Radiant can just kind of brute force a tower or a lane. So kind of hovering around here. I think maybe a gem would be nice on the Dire to just clear out some vision, because this way they can actually play their strength potential. Clockwork is getting Heaven's Halberd. Oh, this is very similar to what Damien, the #1 Clockwork, does. He gets a Heaven's Halberd. It's actually quite a good item, except there's quite a big mana cost. He's going on to Viper. Viper, he's almost certainly dead. There's too much. He didn't get a BKB off, and this is why sometimes I say BKB is overrated, because you can't stop instant initiation. So arguably the Lincolns would have maybe helped him there tiny bit more, although Shadow Shaman does have 3 single target spells to cancel that, and there is AoE and there's hookshot and stuff. So sometimes the more important way to play with or against BKB is actually having the right team strategy of knowing where, and have game vision and of the map, and knowing where the teams are, which is always almost impossible, obviously, because that's a map hack. But having a good idea, or having a strat, or controlling the map will strengthen your BKB, I guess, or prevent you from needing a BKB. Because if he gets a heart in that situation, for example, heart or a satanic, he may even have lived through it. With Blacking Bar, all you need is 1,000 more around to get a satanic, and a satanic arguably would, if they don't kill him straight up, they would he would just lifesteal up, and the team could have come in and helped. They're going in. They're going on into this Witch Doctor, so that unfortunately there's not much follow up there. So Kenny with his TP going in, but there's no disable on thing. So now it's a bit of a trade. The gold is going further on Dire, but it's probably still going to be quite a hard game. Jimmy is maybe hunting the Shadow Shaman. Interesting. Oh, the Chris died. What was he going to get? A Satanic. A Satanic would have been really strong. Helps him not die. Obviously. Oh, which bank? Oh, Hex. Ward. Shackle. Flame. He might survive this. BKB, yeah, Chrono. Or just right click. Didn't lack the damage. The ward. Oh, it gets Luna as well. Luna. Oh, that's. Oh. Oh, he still died at the back, but did he have spell? Oh, he had used the Voodoo Switcheroo. And this is what I mean. The game can quickly swing by, because Dire also doesn't have that much right click damage as well. Bat Rider is probably the biggest damage dealer on Dire side, but Bat Rider actually needs the Flame Break charge, and the Flame Break applies to Sticky Knight and Napalms to do a lot of damage. And it's interesting because the Bat Rider ended up hoarding 6k gold, but didn't either get BKB or get his Aether Lens, both of which would have helped the game. And he probably would have had enough for buyback, and he probably didn't even need to save for buyback, because I don't think the Radiant would have finished it all in one go, even. They have enough D-push, so... anyway, that might cost them, perhaps. And yeah, this is why gold lead can be deceiving. 23-24, sometimes arguably the kill score is actually much more useful to knowing where the game is at, because it shows how the team can actually kill the other team, which is arguably one of the more important things in Dota, so you can just get towers unprotected and stuff. So they're going to get the Aegis, they're probably going to give it to Jimmy. He's going to get his Satanic, and now he's going to be really hard to kill. He's also going to get the Shard as well, perhaps. Dropped his Morbid Mask, giving his Shard. Now he can initiate much better, and he can also backtrack, reverse time walk, which is really important, because he can just essentially bait or put people out of position and stuff. Kenny is going for a MKB. That's actually a bit of an interesting choice. He's someone who really likes Bloodthorn, and I would actually argue Bloodthorn's a much better item this game. But I guess Jason has Satanic and BKB with him to push it off. So he is slowed, he's getting ice, Jimmy. Now he has Shard. Maybe he could have chased. They ping out Ziwa. Unfortunately, there's no stuns on Kenny, even if he saw. And the 10k gold lead is still there, but part of it might just be in Batrider, right? No, he got his Octarine Core. Jason, this is where he's going to be at his strongest, because if he loses even one of these items for Skadi, it does make his game a lot harder. As a Luna, you really don't want to lose the range. Yeah. Because the less range you have, the easier it is to kite you, or just to get on top of you easier. Because Viper's going to have massive range. But he's going for his Lincoln Sphere build. That's really interesting. Going on, Hexed, but they're not going on him. Hanju, probably scaring him off. This might have been a good time for them just to quickly... Oh, he's used the 2 spells. Because if he got Hanju, it would have actually made things a lot easier, but instead they get the tower. Jimmy is getting the tower on the other side. Stu is just standing there for some reason. Number 1 Lich, probably not number 1 Witch Doctor. Would the Lich have done that? Maybe. Maybe it's just more of a decision mistake, because you know the Die has a lot of initiations. So they're a pick-off team. When you look at pick-off teams, you want to be positioned much more careful than teamfight teams. Hanju going in. No BKB on Nam, so... Oh, Hanju maybe the team didn't want to commit, I guess. He also has haste bottle as well, so they needed one more person. Ziwa going down. He has Refresher now. That is something that is actually quite hard to deal with, unless you go onto him. Because once he drops his 2 wards, he actually clears a bit of an area. They're going onto him. Oh, going onto... Wow, going to Nam again. Jimmy going in. I don't know if he'll catch him. He has haste. Oh! Does use the BKB. Does use the thing, Chrono in the end. And that's... He has buyback. So this might be a good time for them to fight. Buyback and fight, because you don't have Chrono, which is arguably going to be the strongest thing on Radiant team. Yeah, I think this is the time where you buy back and commit to a fight or something. Let's see, they're coming down. So Batrider does have travels if they go in. Oh, Hanju finds Clockwork. Clockwork needs to put a spell down now. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, 2 bounces. Whoa, that's a good hook shot out, but the team doesn't want to... Oh, good. Use the neutral item that gives invis, yeah, Tricks the Cloak. So now the thing is, the Batrider will be back, but Chrono will be kind of halfway up. So this probably would be the best time to take a fight. When Chrono comes up again, it becomes a lot more difficult. Because at the worst, you can just kite the Void if he doesn't have Chrono. Once he uses Chrono, like, you're almost certainly going to have 1 or 2 important hero die, because Jimmy is reasonably tank as well. And just remember, Meonius is a magic... It does magic damage, so it scales well against something like Luna, who has 35 armor. Yeah. Okay, well, look, I got free Dota buff, so we can see what it shows. It actually shows Dire is ahead. I feel like I would disagree with Dota buff on this, unless they get good pickoffs. If Dire gets a good pickoff and then just split pushes, then it actually is quite difficult. But otherwise, at this stage, they could even take this tower and still defend this. And actually, Stu, with his foresight, is coming down to protect this lane to from the split pushes, or maybe he just saw Shadow Shaman. But yeah, they took the tower, so Gold Swing is going to swing even more. They should try to use this opportunity to know that they're here. They have vision, so they should go onto the heroes by himself and really pressure the bot lane. Once you take the Raxes, your map movements become much easier because they're going on to Batrider. Batrider's getting Hanju. This is what I mean. A pickup team gets really good at solo kills because if the rest of the team was here, like you're gonna get a rock drop, you're gonna get chrono dropped, you're gonna get RP, and you're just gonna lose that team fight. So yeah, let me change something. So now they are going to push, and Jimmy and Kenny is standing outside quite a lot. There's no Batrider ult yet. Kenny's has a Lincoln Sphere, so maybe he's trying to bait something. Oh, they're actually going on to Stewart. Chrono goes straight onto Shadow Shaman. Oh, switcheroo to save himself. Yeah. Oh, bash. Is that going to bash? No. Unfortunate. Oh, somehow it didn't even get up the hill. Okay. I missed the rest of the fight completely, but Stu died. That Batrider kill would have been the most important thing. Should he have gone for Batrider instead? Arguably the more important kill, because Batrider can work. Don't know. Maybe I would have considered going again on the Batrider, considering the Batrider is what drives the team fights and such, and getting pickoffs. Well, Shadow Shaman will ultimately rely on his rest of the team to do something. But Shadow Shaman with this push could defend. So now they're going high ground. This tower's going down really quickly with the poison attack. But there is 2 glyphs. Once you kill this, there's going to be another glyph. They're going to need to wait for the next wave. One thing they could do is try to cut the wave by TPing here and sending things, but I guess probably not that needed. They're scared of Jason's illusions actually just deep pushing this, which is quite good. Now the die is back, so they can't do anything. No BKB on this Batrider. I guess there's so many ults that you're just going to drop, so your BKB is actually not all that useful. Just like the Chrono there, if he aimed for the Batrider would have just died. Aeon Disc is probably the more important item. Oh! Wow, use the 4-star to break it. Oh, Jason. Wow, that's nice. Nice kill. And now they're going to get bot. Does Kenny have buyback? Ooh. Probably didn't have buyback anyway. 1,800. 900. Oh, he might actually have buyback. So that was... Oh. It's unfortunate. Jimmy does have Chrono though. That's the saving grace for this. If you need to have Chrono, it would be a very difficult fight for Radiant. But that's enough to deep push. This might have been the best time to go... Unless they're thinking about Roshan. Oh, 100 going in. Wow, this is actually collapse material. Yours drops. Oh, that's good time. It just dies. That was a good play initially, using 4-star to break the Lincolns. He must have known he had the Lincolns and then just use Flame Lasso. The advantage of Octarine is that you can hit your lasso pretty easily because it's such a long range instead of being near melee. It's like getting a Aether Lens on Pudge. You don't even have to be near the hero to bite them. But now Orange, who is Stewart, is saying push the 2 lanes. Which is definitely the correct move in this situation. I think I would try to get control of this area for the Roshan, which is coming up back up soon. There's a haste that Dire knows. Alex. Ooh. Soul. Naked. Item build. So you can steal the cheese, Aegis, shard, all at the same go. Jimmy slowly, getting 6 slotted and getting his moon shard. This is probably capped. His next item will be his tags. Ooh, actually, he might die here perhaps. Does he have backtrack talent? Yeah, because he has Hex. This is, yeah. Again, this is why, you know, BKB doesn't solve issues. BKB doesn't solve instant initiations. BKB doesn't solve split pushing halfway across the map. So, which I think arguably as a Radiant you want to go for team fights because you're just much stronger in team fights. You have Chrono, you have all the other spells. Oh, Viper. Oh, Viper is going to solo fight this Batrider. Batrider is very sneaky, going on the trees. Ultimately, this is actually, this is a very interesting deal. I want to see what happens because they're pushing bot, so Kenny's not back. He has 7 stacks. He's gonna die, perhaps. He just needs to. It depends. He can drop his ult. He can BKB off. Kenny, yeah, doesn't want to stay. His Rax going down. He's coming in. He's gonna die. Yeah. Jimmy, buyback. Doesn't use buyback. 2 lanes down, probably because of that. And yeah, Kenny was really put in a difficult position. So Nam played that really well. Keep doing stacks, keep being there. If Kenny uses BKB to go out, he probably actually just going in, ignoring this. Stuart gets picked off here. Buybacks. Jimmy is 15 seconds away, so I guess at this stage, probably buying back is a bit lower yield. Oh, uses at the same time, but Luna uses BKB. He's probably gonna die. Perhaps. Does he have? No, Stuart doesn't hit the. Didn't hit the voodoo switcheroo actually. I mean the whatever the third spell's called. Because he was gonna die. Rax dies. Jimmy kills this. Gonna kill Jakiro. This is a 24k gold lead. Oh, I mean I can understand the play to not buy back there, but that's 5 Raxes down. So Batrider played really well here. He used Sticky Napalm to get vision to bring up stacks. Puts the Viper in a very difficult position. If he BKBs and goes out, when he goes back to fight, he'll have no BKB. If he doesn't use BKB, he'll just get Lincoln popped with his 4-star and then get actually solo killed with the Batrider ult. So it's actually a very difficult predicament to be in. Jimmy soloing the Roshan. He will get it. Ooh, Ags is really good in this kind of situation. Buying back on Dire. This is 45 seconds. I don't know if they have Glyph. They do have Glyph. Okay. That is probably what's going to help them. They need a bit of vision here. Do they have ults? No ult. Ult, obviously. 53 seconds for ult. That might be hard. This is what they probably should have done prior to getting picked off before, and I think that would have been a much more effective team fight. But they're going to get probably at least a tower. Just remember after tower dies it's Glyph, so they actually might protect this. Jimmy 30 more seconds for Chrono. And since they're so close to the base, they might actually, if they do well, if they get the Chrono right and kill heroes, it might actually be quite scary. So they get this Rax. Jimmy has BKB, but it gets disarmed first. Nice. So it gets the lanes. Jimmy's used, but he has BKB. Viper's there, going against the BKB target. BKB, Jimmy's dies, he still has BKB. So, and he's 4 seconds to Chrono, so it might... Oh, he didn't get the BKB off. I thought BKB had more priority. Anyway, they need to cancel this. If they don't cancel this, Jimmy's dead. Oh, okay. Didn't have enough DPS. They're going in. Didn't get the Viper. Jimmy's there. Going for a big Chrono. Big Chrono. Oh, Magnus goes in and gets stunned. Oh, that's... Oh, no. He gets hit down. They have buyback. Rock probably... Yeah, don't know. Ooh. Uses refresh to leave this area. He still has... Oh, he does have buyback. That's why. Yeah. Ooh, this actually could, yeah, this could be a bit dicey. Oh, that's a really good play. Getting Hanju there. Oh, Hanju got the ult off. Is the team going to be around? Jimmy? Oh, no far. This time. Oh, could he do a big play there? He maybe could have done a really big play. Oh, now he's creating so much time. He's just. This is where the Octarine does shine, though. They can't. Oh, he got the ult off, but he didn't. And that shackles, and Hex. Oh my god, that's so big play. Nam going on to Jimmy. Jimmy actually doesn't have mana left. Oh, Batrider played really well here, getting a pick off, spread the team out, and then now instead of being able to just directly push and force a team fight with 5. Which or with 3-on-3 or something, they would have maybe actually done okay. Now they just get 2 heroes picked off. For what it's worth though, Jimmy does have buyback now. So he can defend this, which is the benefit of using buyback before. Kenny does not have buyback. He went for an Aether Lens. Maybe for the Viper Strike? I mean, that's the only thing. Oh, the gem actually lands here. That's pretty funny. I'm trying to think why you get the Aether Lens here. The Aether Lens helps you Viper Strike predominantly. The Nether Toxin is not a bigger issue. The range is quite far. So you're really doing Viper Strike. Viper Strike by all means, yeah. The Viper Strike got the cooldown reduction, so now the Viper Strike is 15 seconds. And you can just spam it on Luna. And Luna, because if you don't have mobility, then you're just going to get right-click down and you get excited. He goes on to, and he uses on Batrider. Batrider doesn't BKB. Oh, he just backdoors Rax. That was a really good play. Kenny, 6 stacks. Yeah. But this is a 2k gold lead. Even Rax all racks down, and I think with one misplay for Dire, Radiant will just win. But Radiant will, if they get some key heroes picked off, like for example Viper now, or get Jimmy dies twice or something, then yeah. But it's actually quite unusual because I thought BKB had priority. If you spam the spells at the same time, I thought BKB would go first over Hex, and Jimmy would have salvaged that fight over here. So that's a bit unusual actually. Maybe someone can correct the mechanics in the WeChat. I mean the WhatsApp group. Yes. This is Gluttony is good for this kind of plays. Oh, Batrider's getting Stu. They can just keep picking heroes off like this. Switcheroo's used. Oh, dead. Oh, good chrono. This is a really good chrono. Getting the most important hero on the stage. Oh, Luna. What? How did it oh, so Luna might have targeted the hero. Or he just targeted himself, but he is far away. Huh. So this is coming down. Does it have... No, they don't. They need to get rid of this. Oh, where did Hunter go? Oh, trying to hunt. Yeah. Yeah, so they're 1 or 2 Shaman ults away from just getting backdoored. I think at this stage of the game, you want to see travels on heroes. To push and stuff. So Jimmy probably needs to push mid because they are relying on him, but he doesn't have the chrono. He does have refresher orb though. I think that's probably the more important thing. The chrono is the thing that's going to win or lose them the game, and he's hit pretty big chronos here, which if you kill the Batrider, can be change games. And the Batrider does have BKB as well, so you can actually get kind of like horn toss and stuff. And then push back. Luna is still getting his Skadi from before. He went a MKB first. Maybe for the butterfly on Jimmy. I don't think MKB procs go through BKB. Oh, Jimmy getting travels, yeah, recognizing that he needs to split push. He needed to push 2 lanes and then just push someone there. It was actually quite difficult because one thing that the Dire does do well is they pick off heroes very well. So you have Shadow Shaman, which has dual Hex and Shackles. You have Clockwork. You have the Twin Head Dragon with an AoE stun. So it's actually quite scary unless, like, even having a Linken's is not the answer because the Shadow Shaman can actually just, now that he has Arcane Blink, which makes his spell quick, he can actually just go initiate with Aethershock instead and cancel it. So they have to have teammate with him to disable. And one thing that Radiant lacks is a simple disable that doesn't commit too much. That's committing a ult. That's committing an ult. No, I don't think this disables, and that's bash. I mean, he does have ags, though, but if you're Void, then you actually want to be the main one pushing the lane, rather than one counter-initiating, pushing a lane, or because other heroes don't push that well. And so going in, they see. Oh, that's a really good play. 100. Oh, never mind. Anyway. Oh, they're going in. They're just actually back. They're just going straight up, committing to this. Jimmy. Oh, what? He didn't even get BK. Oh, wow. They need to. They actually need to kill the ward at the tower. The wards. The wards are just going to straight up destroying things. That's a pretty good play, actually. That's probably what's going to help them win the game. It will protect the game from losing, but he's going to go down anyway. That's a shame. I think the thing that really swinged the game was a pickoff bot on Jimmy, and because Jimmy didn't buy back, they lost five Raxes at once, and I think that really just swung the game. I guess it was hard for Jimmy to buy back because he bought back. He would be committing himself to a team fight without buyback, and that would have been really dicey. And you have to be pretty, balls to the wall to do that. Overall, I think it was a very fun game to watch. I would agree. The Shaman played really well. I would say these two MVP because Batrider did a lot of pickoffs and did a lot of fights that really made Radiant difficult, especially that top one, Viper up against Batrider. And Shadow Shaman just straight up just won the game at the end with the wards. The other three here all played really well. He backdoored the, sniped the range racks. Jason played really well. Lots of damage, I suspect. Actually, only 31 damage, 30k damage. Maybe not. And yeah, Pata just doing really well. Jimmy, some big chronos. Kenny, right plays. But I think the issue is they got picked off when they should be aiming for to try to commit fights, which was difficult because the Shadow Shaman just kept pushing by himself. But I think, if you're getting picked off past the river, then that became the big issue. Unfortunately, sometimes small decisions or big decisions can win or lose a game. Anyway, here's signing off. This will probably be deleted by the admins that are now taking control of this group. So hope everyone looks forward to TDL that's coming up soon, and TD9 that's coming up in November, end of November. This is your friendly caster, and we'll see you next time.